Welcome to another episode of Dutch Guy's Garage. Today we are doing another Wagon progress video. So we are on the home stretch, final stretch, and just a couple more things to button up. Car does run now. We need to finished bleeding the brakes. We bled the brakes once. I found a brake leak. Fixed that. Tried to cut a corner and not replace the rear brake hose that goes on the rear axle with the T. And just figured, screw it, replace it. Everything else is new. Might as well start new. Everything. We already got new brake hoses in the front, new lines everywhere, new master, new booster. Oh wait, never mind. We don't have a booster because we have manual brakes. A new master. You notice we are sweating profusely because some reason it's April and it's 80 degrees and I don't understand this. We just jumped right into summer. So one of the last things we need to do is I ran the car up to speed on the jack stands and there's a slight wobble. The 8 3/4 rear end that we do have has the cone style original bearings in the shot. I never liked them. I know the old guys are all going to stand up and I run around with cone bearings for 35,000 gosh darn years. They suck. I'm sorry. It's 2023. They suck. There's better stuff out there. So we went ahead and bought the said better stuff, which is green bearings, which I don't know why they call them green, because they're definitely not green, but it's a bearing. So we have a pair of those. We're going to get rid of our cone bearings and try to remember what these do. I haven't put green bearings in a year, 2 years. You don't do them a lot because they're good. You don't gotta screw with them. So yeah, we have the door open. Birds are chirping. You probably hear those. I am buying a new recording device because I did find out my GoPro, which is what I normally use, which I can't show you that because you're on there right now, is the GoPro Hero 7 Silver Edition, which was supposed to be pretty good. I bought it, or my wife bought it for me when we were deciding if we were going to do YouTube or not. And I bought a nice, fancy Rode camera and the GoPro adapter and all that other stuff. And turns out the GoPro Hero 7 Silver Edition isn't compatible with external mics. So I have this big, fancy $300 microphone that I've had plugged into the GoPro that has been doing nothing. And I was wondering why a $300 microphone was so crappy and not much better than what we have, and that's because it wasn't freaking working. So that's aggravating. So we're buying a new GoPro, a black edition. We're doing more research and more reading before we buy expensive recording equipment that has no value besides recording things. Because let's make a GoPro that with a crappy microphone that you can't plug in a better microphone to. That's just a great thing GoPro did. But, so yeah, our future videos, you'll be hearing that nice $300 microphone and hopefully less birds and road noise and helicopters, planes, trains, and automobiles. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get back to working on the car. Oh! Well, so let's take the wheels off. Hopefully we're not hitting the other car when we pull this axle off. Oh, why don't you I'll put it on the max speed setting so we actually get something done, huh? Oh, that's way gooder. That was an angry Lug nut. I did not want to come out. That one did. Oh, Craigers. Craigers are my wife's favorite, and I despise them. These ones aren't bad because they're actually a direct bolt Craiger, which I know that's awesome. It's rare. Pay a lot of money for them. But our old Craigers we used to have on this thing were Unilug, and I ran the egg washer on the Unilugs, and then never got new washers for the direct bolts. So I gotta do that yet. And if you're wondering what size tire that was, that's a 275/60. And Cobra. It's on a 15x9 Craiger. Ooh, drum brakes. That's an odd looking drum. I think that's like a 60s drum. Century. Fancy. Alright. His rear end is tightish. I think it's got something to do with those walked out bearings. Wow, goodness gracious. There's one. It is hot. Did I mention that? 80 some odd degrees. It's rather warm, especially for April. But at least it's not raining, because it's been raining. We got like 3 inches of rain, literally 3 inches of rain the other day. I'm sure all you guys are hearing are birds. There's a random dog. Hello, random dog. What are you doing, random dog? Go away. Just random dogs sometimes roam out here in the wild. Will you just get out of there? Thank you. So I got a fun story. So when I was younger and less intelligent, like all of us are, when we're younger and less intelligent, my first Chrysler 8 3/4, I got the right center section, which was wrong. I was a 741 cone sure grip. That first one, I never realized there was the hole for putting the bolts that hold the axle in. So I actually used an open end wrench to put my first set of first 8 3/4 together, and as you can guess, I destroyed the bearings because they weren't tight enough. Because I used a open end wrench. So, oh, she did not want to wiggle. Really? You're gonna be that rude? Rude. Alright, I got a little bit of hammer. Or maybe a bigger pry bar. It should not be stuck like this. You don't have time for these shenanigans. I'm trying to do this after work because everyone in my family is currently sick right now. I don't want to be in the house with a bunch of sick people. Normally Monday through Friday is reserved for family time, but when said family is sick, I get an excuse to not that it's a good excuse because it sucks that they're sick. Not that I'm, never mind. I don't want to get sick at the moment. And this has to be done so we can get this stupid car out of the darn garage. We got other things to work on besides this silly wagon. Goodness gracious sakes alive. I mean, it's somewhat loose. Now we're partying. Never mind, we're just kicking the plate. Oh, that did nothing. Well, we're just gonna prepare to fast forward. You guys are gonna come back when I'm done arguing with this thing.
That's much too early. Prepare to fast forward. Preparing to fast forward.
Well, after, oh, excuse me, some banging and getting easily distracted, our axle shafts are out. So, I'm going to give these to the wife, since she doesn't have the same work schedule as myself. And tell her to put those on. Well, she's going to drop them off at the garage and have these put on. I could press these off and fight them and yell at them and cuss at them because there's a press over here. But honestly, I'm too lazy. So I'd rather drop these off and let somebody else play with them. So, yeah. There's our axle. Now, what else have we been doing? I'll come show you. Oh, what else do we got? We got shifter edge. No, I've still not changed the shifter knob because I keep forgetting it. It's at the other house. So we still have a 4-wheel drive Volare, so that's cool. Oh, you will notice I fixed the cigarette lighter.
Fix the cigarette lighter.
So that's like one of them Bluetooth thingamajiggers that gives you like radio inputs and things, and it plays tunes. We can't play them right now because, well, you know, trademark stuff. We colored another tire today. Those are the race tires for the Super Coupe. And I did this, which some people may not like. I can see the hate mail already. Painting and tunnel ram. I don't know if anyone's ever done it, but it looks decent in my opinion. But I see what happened was this had a bunch of purple paint on it, so somebody already had this thing purple, and it wouldn't come off. I tried aircraft stripper. I tried setting it in a tub of brake fluid. It wouldn't come off. So the solution is paint it blue, because, you know, the motor's already blue that it's going into, so paint it blue. And then I got carried away with, you know, some white paint, so it says Wayland, because, you know, Wayland, yeah. I might not be crazy, but it keeps me from going insane.
Wailing Jennings.
No.
Yeah. That is what we are doing. I did notice when I took this side apart of the wagon, it's got a fin drum brake where the other one does not have a fin drum brake. And yeah, it's darker out here. Mullet is out and about, terrorizing the town. He's been out for a couple weeks. Good stress relief, I guess is what you'd call it, and that's the best word for it. There's something to be said about a car that you can just, you know, has it run for 6 months, 7 months, you get in it and you prime the old fuel pump, turn the key, and just, you know, that car is fantastic about that. It's hot garbage, but it's good garbage. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing special about it. It just always goes. It always does whatever you want it to. Burnout contest, drive 55 miles away. It just does it, you know? And there's something to be said about a car like that. I'm tempted to sell it because it's the nicest car I own. And then the other half of me is like, it's the nicest car you own, so why get rid of it? Because if your other cars break, you can always got that to fall back on, because you can't break that freaking car, because I've tried. Trust me, you can't break it. Beat on it, blow the tires off, blow the whole tire right off the wheel. Just boom, just let it flop against the quarters, and it just keeps going and going. It's the Energizer Bunny of our cars, I guess is what you call it. So, hopefully the station wagon's just like that. I doubt it, because it's Plymouth. And if you know me, Plymouth and I just don't freaking get along. And that's the way this whole car has been, because, again, it's Plymouth. I give Plymouth to my wife. That way I don't have to deal with them, but yet somehow I still end up dealing with them. So, yeah. It is what it is. Well, this is our recap for the week. I know it's not Wednesday. We were doing regular Wednesday videos, but apparently you guys don't like tuning in on Wednesdays. You like tuning in on Saturdays. So we're just going to flip-flop everything. I'm going to put out a video every Saturday. That's my I won't call it a guarantee because I'm not good at guarantees, but that's my goal. I'm going to put out a video every Saturday morning. So when you guys are drinking coffee or getting ready to go out into the garage, you can tune into Dutch Guy's Garage. Get a little photo inspiration. As well, video inspiration? Whatever you want to call it. Be inspired. So, if anything should inspire you, it should be big blocks and F-bodies. Because no one does it. And I can see why no one does it. Because it's a pain in the butt. Not recommended. So, this is Dutch Guy's Garage. Appreciate you guys watching. As always, please like, subscribe, comment. Throw me some comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me how I pissed you off this week. Because I enjoy that. Those purists out there, just make sure you throw something down there in the comments. I love you guys. Tell me how I ruined my cars this week. Just great. I love those emails. Just, you did this wrong. And well, you know what? My cars run. They're not sitting out in the shade tree for 35 years. They run. They drive. They do burnouts. So, catch you guys in the next one. As always, remember, they do not move until you do. Case in point, see you guys in the next one.